History, Chapter 12, Progression of the Empire. Meaning of progression, movement forward or development from one stage to another. So, till now we studied about the rise and expansion of the Maratha power. We also studied about the development and expansion of the Swaraj into an empire. So, in this chapter, we will study about Sardar families who contributed for the expansion of Maratha kingdom in the northern parts of India. The Holkars of Indore. Malhar Rao was the founder of Holkar rule at Indore. He worked for Marathas for a longer period of time. He was an expert in guerrilla warfare. He proved himself in the northern campaigns of Marathas. At that time, he was working for Bajirao first and Nana Sahib Peshwa. He established the Maratha power in Malwa and Rajputana. He helped Peshwa Madhav Rao in restoring Maratha supremacy in the north after the defeat at Panipat. Now let us know about Ahalya Bai Holkar. Malhar Rao's son was Khander Rao. Khander Rao died in the battle of Kumbheri. Full name of Ahalya Bai Holkar was Punya Shloka Ahalya Bai Holkar. Punya Shloka Ahalya Bai Holkar was Khander Rao's wife. After few days, Malhar Rao also died. Ahalya Bai took the charge of the Indore administration. She was capable, astute and excellent administrator. Meaning of astute, ability to understand things clearly. Let us know work done by Ahalya Bai Holkar. She made new laws for agriculture, cess, revenue collection, meaning of cess, tax, and put the affairs of the state in order. She worked hard to bring more and more land under cultivation, digging wells for farmers, promoting trade and industry, building lakes and tanks. She also built temples, ghats, mutts, dharmshalas, drinking water facilities at all important places of pilgrimage in the four quarters of India. Meaning of quarters here, in the four directions of India: east, west, north, south. These efforts taken by her brought a new phase of cultural integration. She looked after the judicial matters personally and gave equal justice. She was very kind and generous. She ruled Maratha kingdom in the north for nearly 28 years and brought back the prestige of Maratha supremacy. She brought peace and order to her kingdom and made her people happy. After her, it was Yashwantrao Holkar who tried to save the Maratha kingdom when its power was declining. The Bhosles of Nagpur. Let us know about Parsoji. The Jagir of Varhad and Gondavan was given to Parsoji during the time of Shahu Maharaj. Let us know about Raghuji Bhosle. Raghuji Bhosle was the bravest and the most capable among other Bhosles. He conquered areas surrounding Tiruchirappalli and Arcot in the south under Maratha power. Shahu Maharaj assigned him the Chauthai rights of Bengal, Bihar and Odisha. He brought all these territories under Maratha power. In 1751, the Bhosles won the Odisha territory from Alivardi Khan. Till 1803 CE, Marathas ruled Odisha. The Shindes of Gwalior. Bajirao first made Ranoji Shinde Sardar of North. After Ranoji Shinde, his sons Jayappa, Dattaji and Mahadji too worked for the Marathas and strengthened their rule in north of India. Let us know about Mahadji Shinde. The title, that is the Shindes of Gwalior, was given by Peshwa Madhavrao. Mahadji was a brave general and an astute statesman. Meaning of astute, ability to understand things clearly. Meaning of statesman, skilled, experienced, wise, respected political leader. Mahadji Shinde re-established the Maratha supremacy in the north of India, where they were defeated at after the Panipat battle. Yes, Mahadji re-established the Maratha supremacy in the north of India after the defeat of Panipat. He understood that the guerrilla tactics used by Marathas is not enough and suitable for the war in the plains of north. So, he trained the army under the guidance of a French military expert, de Boin, and with the help of trained army, he defeated the Rohilas, Jats, the Rajputs and the Bundelas. Now let us know how Marathas defeated the British and gained control over Delhi. The British began to take interest in the north of India. They came to know that the Maratha power is declining day by day after the defeat at Panipat. They wanted the Diwani rights of Bengal province, and they also wanted to capture the Emperor of Delhi. Mahadji Shinde with great efforts defeated the British and reinstated the emperor on the throne. Now the emperor was very happy with him and he gave the job of Vakil-e Mutlaq, that is the chief agent of the emperor. Now let us know what were the duties of Mahadji Shinde as Vakil-e Mutlaq. So meaning of Vakil-e Mutlaq, chief agent of emperor. Mahadji Shinde had the authority of civil and military rights. He accepted the position on behalf of minor Peshwa Savai Madhavrao. Due to this, the Maratha gained full control of the empire. It was very difficult to handle Delhi affairs. Still, Mahadji Shinde handled all the Delhi state affairs wisely with strong determination. He looked after Delhi during 1784 CE to 1794 CE. Now let us know how Marathas controlled the politics of India. The heirs of Najib Khan, or you can say the successors of Najib Khan, were plotting a battle against the Maratha at Rohilkhand. Let us know about Ghulam Qadir. Who was Ghulam Qadir? Ghulam Qadir was the grandson of Najib Khan. Ghulam Qadir captured the Red Fort and tortured the emperor and his begums, meaning of begums, wives, for their wealth. He removed emperor's eyes and took hold of his treasure. He looted the royal treasures. Now in this bad situation, in this adverse situation, Mahadji Shinde defeated Ghulam Qadir. He returned the wealth and the throne to the emperor. Therefore, the Marathas' prestige was thus recovered from the defeat at Panipat. In this way, the Marathas controlled the politics of India, putting the Delhi emperor under Maratha control. Now let us know what led to the conflict between Marathas and British. Did the Marathas succeed in defeating the British? Now due to the family quarrels among the Peshwas, Raghunath Rao decided to go to the British camp. He wanted to become a Peshwa with the help of British. Now this decision of his was not acceptable to the other Maratha Sardars. Therefore, this led to a conflict between Marathas and the British. The conflict between these two great powers will decide who will rule India? Now let us know the battle between British and Marathas. From Mumbai, the British marched on the Marathas via Borghat. The Maratha army gathered under the leadership of Mahatma Shinde. They blocked the supply of food grains to British using guerrilla tactics. Both the armies fought a battle at Vadgaon. That is, on today's map, it is at Mumbai-Pune road. The British were defeated and were forced to surrender the custody of Raghunath Rao to the Marathas. After this, Delhi was under the control of Maratha till 1803 CE. Students, from this chapter we understood that the importance of Mahatma Shinde. With strong determination and efforts, he has ruled the Delhi affairs. After settling the affairs of Delhi, Mahatma Shinde came to Pune. He died at Vanawadi near Pune. Not only Shindes, Holkars, Bhosles, but there were many other prominent Sardars who had worked hard for the Maratha Raj. Students, if you remember, Shivaji Maharaj had raised a powerful navy. Yes, it was strengthened by Kanhoji Angre and his son Tulaji. With this strong navy, they had control over Portuguese, British and Siddhis. They protected the coastline of the Maratha state. Now let us know about Khander Rao Dabhade and his son Trambak Rao. Khander Rao Dabhade and his son Trambak Rao laid the foundation of Maratha power in Gujarat. After the death of Khander Rao, his wife Umabai defeated the Mughal Sardar of Ahmedabad by conquering the fort. Now let us know about Gaikwads, Pawars and Devas. Gaikwads showed the Maratha power in Vadodara, that is in Gujarat. The Pawars and the Devas also gave their helping hand to Shindes and Holkars in expanding the Maratha power in north. Now let us know about Nana Fadnavis. After the death of Peshwa Madhav Rao, Nana Fadnavis was appointed. He was the famous administrator of Peshwa and a Maratha statesman. With the help of Mahatma Shinde, he looked after the affair of states. When Mahatma Shinde was busy with his work in north, Nana Fadnavis looked after the affairs in south. He was helped by Patwardhans, Haripant Phadke and the Rastes and other Sardars. As a result, the Maratha power was established even in the south. Now let us know who brought glory to the Maratha power. The Holkars of Indore, Bhosles of Nagpur, Shindes of Gwalior, Gaikwads of Vadodara. Therefore, they were the pillars of the Maratha power in this last phase. The Maratha Sardars were successful to establish the influence of Maratha power in the north as well as in the south. Let us know how Maratha power began to decline. After the death of Mahatma Shinde and Nana Fadnavis, the Maratha power began to decline. At that time, Bajirao II was the son of Raghunath Rao. He was a Peshwa. He was not strong and he did not had any leadership quality. So he was unable to lead the Maratha Sardars. The internal problems between the Sardars weakened the Maratha power. Maratha influence in the north and the south was declined during the rule of Bajirao II. The British replaced the Marathas. The British captured Pune in 1817 CE and hoisted the flag. The name of the British flag is Union Jack. Now let us know how the modern period began in India. The British defeated the Marathas in the Battle of Ashti in Solapur district. The Maratha power came to an end. This event brought a major change in the history of India. British managed to control the major parts of India. India came in contact with the Western world. Indian social system was changed. Old things were pushed aside. Transformation took place everywhere. And in this way, medieval period came to an end and modern period began in India. Thank you.